Welcome to Jamie Phillips Football Chats. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Now sit back and get ready to enjoy the show. Yes, guys, and welcome back to another show. Hope everyone's doing really well. This is a Champions League review, guys. A few games to go over at Champions League quarterfinals. Obviously, Liverpool going through. Thank courtesy to a couple of goals from Bobby Firmino in that second leg. 6-4 and accurate. A lot to talk about in that game because game did end 3-3. We looked a bit dodgy at the back without a certain Virgil van Dijk. Chelsea go out to Real Madrid, 3-2 in the game. I think it was 6-4. Was it 6-3 on accurate? So yeah, they went out as well. Benfica put up a good fight against Liverpool. I thought they played well, and Villarreal obviously beaten Bayern Munich as well, 2-1 on accurate, 1-1 in the game, and then Manchester City going through as well, winning 1-0 on accurate over both legs against Atletico Madrid. Dirty Atletico Madrid, guys. So, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed right now. I would really appreciate it, guys. Much love to everybody here. LFC Aaron in the house. How you doing, fella? Hope you're doing well. So, guys, let's get to the Liverpool game first. So the game yesterday obviously finished 3-3, which is quite it was a frustrating performance. 6-4 on aggregate in all. Kanate getting the opening goal again in the 21st minute from another corner like he did in the first leg. And then Bobby Firmino scoring in the 55th and 65 minutes, getting a double. 2 well-taken goals by Bobby last night. I was really happy with Bobby's performance. Benfica low scoring 3 goals against us. Darwin Núñez was a pest and a handful all match. They were making some beautiful runs, nice deep runs on our back line that no one could pick up. There's quite a lot to talk about from this game because there are some points where I think we need to discuss about the team going forward, especially for the rest of the season in some big games. And we've got a few problems in our midfield for me. Going to the stats of the game as well. Liverpool had 17 shots, as you would think. We are the home team. Benfica only had 6, 4 on target, and they scored 3 goals. They were very clinical. Liverpool 67% of the possession, had all the possession. 778 passes and a pass accuracy of 86%. No yellows, no reds in the match. Quite a clean game. 5 offsides for Benfica. 2 of them goals were onside as well that were checked by VAR. So, Liverpool's offside trap does work. Just didn't work well enough against Benfica last night because a certain defender wasn't playing. And we had 8 corners to their 0. So it's a 3-3 scoreline. We go through 6-4 in aggregate, but we were the dominating side. There's no doubt about that. You read out them stats, we were the dominating team and deserved to go through at the end of the day. Hi, Joe. Hi, Daffy. How you doing, my friend? You good? Aaron says, I think we have to give Benfica some credit. They never gave up, which is unlike the usual Portuguese performances at Anfield. Yeah, I exactly agree. Gomez played too deep at the back, says Daffy. Yeah, I mean, looking at these stats, 17 shots, they had 6. We had 6 on target, they had 4. We almost had 70% of possession. We had all the passing, all the pass accuracy. We had all the corners, they had none. I mean, it was a dominating performance. There was just Benfica, you know, they didn't, as Aaron says, they didn't give up. They kept plugging away. You've got to give massive credit to them. They obviously only know one way of play, and that's a bit more attacking. They like to implant their style on the game, but obviously they can't really do that when they play in a more, far better side in Liverpool. But, they just didn't give up. They kept going. And, we have to talk about some things. I'll go through the squad as well, the lineup for the game. So obviously Alisson was going. Joe Gomez was at right back. Matip and Konate were the centre back partnership. Both Gomez and Konate played 2 of them onside for 2 of their goals. Konate playing where Van Dijk would usually play on the left hand side of the centre backs. Tsimikas, who I thought was outstanding last night at left back. Then we go to the problem. This shows how good the squad is at the quarterfinals of a second leg. We can rest 7 players. Only 3 players started this game that played against Man City on the weekend. And one of them was Milner. One of them was Matip. The other one was Alisson. It's nuts. And Jota, sorry. I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Was it 4, maybe? Yeah, 4. Jota, Henderson, Matip and Alisson. And everyone else came in fresh. So Milner, Henderson and Keita is a midfield I never, ever want to see ever start another game for Liverpool Football Club as long as I live. Them 3, and it's not a good combination. Luis Diaz on the right-hand side last night, which I thought he was fantastic on that right-hand side. So we talk a lot about have we got a player that can play on that right-hand side? Well, Luis Diaz looked like he can to me. I thought he was fantastic all night. Bobby Firmino with 2 goals, superb all night as well. Excellent performance from Bobby Firmino, proving for me why he should have played against Man City on Sunday. And Diogo Jota on the left-hand side, where I prefer him. He's so much better out on that left-hand side. I had a fan get sick in the stadium, get sick in the stadium and passed away. Yeah, I believe it was before last night's match that a Liverpool fan passed away. So, it's horrible, isn't it? I don't know what to say. His family, and it's horrible. It's horrible. Just going to a game of football, and they felt ill before the game, and they died. And I don't think it was talked about in the broadcast last night. I only just found out about it about 10, 20 minutes ago on Twitter. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? Absolutely horrible. Big up John Moore in the house. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, that midfield 3 of Keita, Henderson and Milner, it just don't work. It didn't work all night. And Henderson, I love Hendo, don't get me wrong. Me and John spoke about this last night, but we've got to start talking about Henderson. He's a player who I rate and love, and I absolutely love him as captain of our club and everything. But at this moment in time, he needs the whole bench for me. He needs to be sitting on the bench. He's not quite with it at the moment. He's too slow out of possession. This is my problem. I said this last week and no one listened, and I was right. Thiago, no matter how good Thiago, Fabinho and Henderson are, you can't play them 3 players together against teams like Manchester City because they overrun you in midfield. And they got no recovery pace whatsoever. And no, I can't have them playing. It happened again last night as well. We were trying to play a high line, as we do. We always play a high line. But once again, with the midfield we had last night and the changes we made, playing that high line when you got no recovery pace in midfield is a liability. A massive, massive liability. You cannot play that midfield and have a high line because there's no recovery pace off the ball. there's no one that can run backwards quick enough to fill in the gaps if you do play a high line. So Milner and Henderson are well, especially Milner and Henderson, they can't run back enough, fast enough to get in between the lines to cover the gaps if the defence has come high. And that's a major issue. It's a major issue, especially when you play against teams. I mean, Benfica are not a great side at all, but they've got clever players in their team, in their midfield, in their wide areas. And, obviously Nunez up front. They've got clever, intelligent footballers in that team who can pick a pass, who can find a ball. They have that in their team. They have that to their capacity. And again, these players can't play together. I know we were rotating last night and we had to rotate. We had no choice but to rotate because, the game's coming up. Obviously, City on the weekend, Man United on Tuesday. So we've got massive games coming up. So we had to rotate. I wouldn't have rotated 7 players. You look at Man City last night. Now you're hearing Man City. We'll get to them a bit later. But you're hearing Man City. They only rotated 2 players last night. And it looks like Kyle Walker and De Bruyne are injured now and out of the weekend's game. So in a way, I'm glad we did rotate quite a bit because, we couldn't afford to lose 2 of our key players for the weekend like City just have. I mean, that's a massive plus for us going into the weekend's game. De Bruyne and Kyle Walker are definitely out injured for that weekend's game. It's a massive plus for us, especially De Bruyne. De Bruyne's the one who killed us on Sunday. And no Kyle Walker on the wide areas do us nicely. So Klopp did probably do the right thing and play, a rotated squad, and I don't blame him for it. But man, there's just no recovery pace. It's like John says, Endo's legs are going, and Daffy, Benfica's passing through Liverpool players, especially Darwin. Yeah, just passing through because there's no. There's no legs in that midfield. If you've got no legs in midfield and no recovery pace in midfield, you're going to get annihilated by good players. They don't have to be world-class players. They just have to be very good, technically good players. And Benfica have that in their squad. And, yeah, we messed up big time. Absolutely messed up big time. There's no doubt about it. That can't happen. Again, I can't be having that every bloody time. No way. I mean, against Man City Saturday, I expect to see a very strong lineup and a weak lineup from Manchester City, just because of the way them 2 teams have played of late. But we can't be playing that. We just can't be playing these slow midfielders in big games time after time. I don't want to see Hendo, Fabinho, and Thiago against Manchester City on Saturday. I don't want to see it. As good as they are, they're world-class players, especially Fabinho and Thiago. Off the ball, they're not quick enough. That's why Fabinho and Thiago, when they get caught, they make horrible tackles. I mean, let's face it, on Sunday, they could have easily both got sent off. They make, very harsh, judgmental tackles because they haven't got the pace to get back. They haven't got that recovery pace to get them back into position. So you just run past them. So I do not want to see them 3 playing together against massive experienced sides like Manchester City. I just don't want to see it. Against other teams, it's fine because we'll have most of the ball. We'll dominate. It's not going to be a problem all the time. But against Man City, there's no way we can play them 3 on Saturday. We're just same result will happen. What happened on the weekend? They just absolutely run us off the pitch. Can't do it. Need more recovery pace in that midfield. So Liverpool need. What I'm hearing is that Liverpool are going in now for more technical, young, quicker midfielders, more athletes in that midfield, and that's what we need. We don't need the workhorses no more. When we started with Klopp, the whole thing of our midfield was workhorses. They were the workhorses. They got involved. They moved the ball about. They got stuck in and then gave it simple. We've evolved a bit as a football club now. And our midfield needs to evolve as well because you see our way we're playing now. We're playing more possession-based football, not really gegenpressing, counter-attacking football anymore. So when you're playing that, a work engine midfield is perfect. But what we play now is more high tempo, high possession football. And for that, you can't have a workhorse midfield. It has to be a more athletic midfield, a bit like Manchester City's, like De Bruyne's and, Rodri's and Bernardo Silva's and Gundogan. They're quicker, they're more athletic, technical. That's the midfield Liverpool need now going forward, because we have changed our way of playing, guys. We're not this gegenpressing counter-attacking team anymore. We're more a high possession based side now going forward, and Liverpool need more technical players. So I do not want to see Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho together against teams like Manchester City's, your Real Madrid's, and your Chelsea's. These sort of teams, I don't want to see it. Don't want to see it, because you just get overrun in midfield. It happened in the League Cup final. It happened on Sunday against Man City. And when you played Milner and Henderson today, last night, it happened last night as well. Too slow, too much of a workhorse midfield that ain't got recovery pace in it. So you just get absolutely battered in the midfield, and we saw that last night again. Daffy, Man City would turn up in the strongest team always in a big game. Yeah, I mean, I'm confused by City. I have to say, I'm a bit confused by City's lineup yesterday. It just tells me they're not taking the FA Cup. They're taking the FA Cup semi-final less seriously, because there is no way City can play 3 games back to back with their strongest teams with the games they've been playing. Energy zapping game on Sunday against Liverpool. That's why Liverpool rested 7 players yesterday. Then an energy zapping game against Atletico Madrid where they got kicked around the park. We all know what Atletico Madrid do and Simeone do. It's what they do best. They got kicked around the park. 2 players came off injured. It's energy zapping, and they can't play that team on Saturday. There's no way, because if they do, they won't have the legs. Their legs, after about an hour, City will really tire out, and Liverpool can take advantage. So I do see City changing it up a little bit on the weekend. But for Liverpool, they've got to stop this workman-like midfield. It doesn't work now, because we've changed as a club. We've evolved, and we can't be playing this workman-like midfield anymore. It's 2022, and we're starting the midfield of Milner and Henderson in our midfield with all the players we got available, all the players we have available, and we started Milner and Henderson in a game. Can't be happening. Can't be happening. No more. I love Klopp, but man, you can't do that. You can't. But surely you noticed from that game last night, you can't be playing that no more. Can't be. I mean, you got Ox available. You got Curtis Jones available. You got Harvey Elliott available. Just there, you got more legs in midfield, more recovery pace in midfield, technically better midfield. Cater was fine. So, if you're not going to play the other 2, you can't play Henderson and Milner together. One, but not both. It's a liability. It's a complete and utter liability. It does not work at all. But look, at the end of the day, Liverpool got through 6-4 in our group. We're in the semi-finals of the Champions League, peeps, at the end of the day. Semi-final of Champions League. We're going against Villarreal in the semi-finals. Look, we can't take Villarreal for granted. You can't. If you take people for granted, you're going to get beaten. So we all know what Villarreal do. 4-4-2, very low block, hard to break down, frustrate you, but not like in an Atletico Madrid way. They're a bit more nicer with it. They're not going to kick you off the park and frustrate you. They will go up the other end and try and counter attack. Well, Atletico Madrid will just sit there and not have a shot for 90 minutes. So it's a different kind of way of playing. But Liverpool come up against a low block almost every game they play in the Premier League. So Liverpool won't be nothing new to Liverpool going forward in the semi-final. And I say, apart from playing your Chelsea's, your Man City's and that, you're usually playing against a team that plays a low block against Liverpool anyway. So that should be all right. And not with a bit more quality than what Villarreal got. They're very dangerous though in the counter-attack. They've got good forwards going forward. Danjuma's a good player. They've got good players going forward that we have to be wary about. But look, quite frankly, there can't be a Liverpool fan anywhere in the world, I just don't think we're going to hammer Villarreal in the semi-final. You know, our full-strength team, keeping this team fit. We keep this team fit. Should hammer Villarreal in the semi-final. We've got the easier draw. We've got the luck on our side. I don't want to be sitting here and talking about a team that we can't beat, because that'd be stupid. I mean, Man City, look what Man City got. They got the far harder draw. No doubt about that. The far harder draw of Real Madrid, which is going to be a heck of a game. Heck of a game in their semi-final. I'm looking forward to their semi-final. Going to be a good game, but we'll get to some of the other games now. Some Villarreal experience the EPL, the Celso fourth. Yeah, Celso fourth, both old Spurs players, aren't they? I mean, if Liverpool don't beat Villarreal, they should just give up, quite frankly. Just give up, quite frankly. And let's go to Real Madrid Chelsea. So Chelsea win this game 3-2 on the match, but lose 5-4 on aggregate. Right, I just got to say this because it gets on my nerves. I've heard it today already. I don't know if people listen to TalkSport and all that, but TalkSport last night, yeah, Liverpool struggled to get through Villa. This is the thing. Liverpool struggled to get through Benfica. I've heard it today as well on radio stations and TV and that. Liverpool struggled to get past Villarreal. What is up with Liverpool's defence? Although we won 6-4, but we apparently struggled. We struggled to get through, and what they don't say in context either, that we made 7 changes. Man City made 2 changes and only scored 1 goal in 2 legs. We beat Atletico Madrid in both legs in the group, and we made 7 changes. They don't say that though. They don't put context in it. I don't know why the media hate Liverpool. They just do, and it irritates me. But yeah, so yeah, Liverpool struggle to get past Villarreal, but Chelsea bottle a 3-0 lead in the Bernabeu, and they go on. The media go on about Chelsea like they're heroes. Someone help me here. Someone help me, because I don't get it. I've never got it. It does my nut right in all the time. Liverpool go through 6-4 against Benfica, made 7 changes in the second game, in the second leg, and we still go through. Yes, it was 3-3, but we didn't scrape through, did we? Like the media like to say, oh, Liverpool scraped through against Benfica. But Chelsea were 3-0 up at the Bernabeu with 15 minutes to go and bottle it. But the media act like they're champions. You know, they're brilliant. They're fantastic. What an encouraging performance by Chelsea. What courage they showed and bravery they showed. What are you on about? They bottled it. They're not through. So the team that has gone through, the team that's gone through to the semi-final of the Champions League, scraped their way there, even though they made 7 changes in the second half. The team that made more, that put out a better side than they had in the home game, were 3-0 up at the Bernabeu, and the media go, oh, what an encouraging performance by Chelsea. It's a shame they went out. They showed such heart and courage and all this bollocks. Fuck off. It does my head in. What the hell? What has Chelsea got over everybody? I want to know. I'm getting sick and tired of all this Chelsea love. What has Chelsea got over everybody? Because they're underperformed in the Premier League this season. They're 11 and 12 points behind Liverpool and Manchester City. 11 and 12 points behind. That shouldn't be happening. The money they've spent, the squad they got. At the beginning of this season, we were told that Chelsea or Man City would go win the Premier League. And Liverpool will go be lucky to finish 4th. And here we sit now, the 14th of April 2022, second in the league, a point off Man City, semi-final of Champions League, a League Cup in the bag, and the semi-finals of the FA Cup. But somehow we're struggling to get through games if you listen to the media and pundits out there. But Chelsea bottle 3-0 leads, go out to Real Madrid, and they're called heroes. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. It makes no. Someone make it make sense, please, because I don't get it. I just want to know what Chelsea have over everybody. Why does everyone love Chelsea? Does my head in. Wasted Chelsea bottle job going exactly. Mohammed, how are you? Good evening, Mohammed. You're good, mate. I just don't know. I just don't know what everyone has. So, I mean, look, let's go through the game. Chelsea 3, Real Madrid 2. Mason Mount opened the score. And I did the watch along for this game, guys, as you know. I literally did the watch along for this game. And I thought Chelsea were absolutely fantastic in the game. Deserved to go through, but they bottled it at the end of the day. So, look, they had 20. Chelsea had 28 shots at goal. 28 shots at goal at the Bernabeu, but only 7 on target, where Madrid had 10, 4 on target, and scored 2 of them. So they scored 50% of their chance, you know. But Chelsea, oh, what an encouraging performance. How well did they play? You got to feel sorry for Chelsea. No, they lost. They're out. Liverpool are in the semi-finals, but we're the ones who are lucky and scraped through, although we made 7 changes in a Champions League quarter-final second leg. What team has ever made 7 changes in a semi-final of a Champions League and still gone through? Yeah, no one does that. But, oh no, Liverpool scraped through. I hate it. I really hate it. John Conway, I hope you're good. Tonight will be the 13th day of Ramadan fasting. Tomorrow, Friday. Good man to you, Mohammed. Big up to you, my friend. Yeah, Liverpool Villarreal. And there's another one as well. I could get off my chest as well. So, I've heard it already. I think it was on TalkSport was ready as well. They picked up the story. Some people on Twitter, you know, bitter rivals, Man United fans mostly, are saying it as well. Oh, is this a Inter Milan, Benfica, and Villarreal? Is this the Europa League or the Champions League? I mean, right, startly, Liverpool have faced 3 champions of their leagues in the Champions League this season. Inter, Atletico Madrid, and Porto. They all won their domestic leagues last season. Secondly, people still go on about that the Champions League should only have champions in it. Right? That's what people said. Champions League should only have the people that have won their league in the Champions League. Yeah? It devours it being so many other teams like top 4s in Europe. Right. If that was the case, Liverpool beat 3 teams that won their domestic leagues last season. So help it make sense, guys. Help it make sense. When the groups come out, rivals went, well, Liverpool will be lucky to get out of that group. I was there for it. Rivals went, Liverpool will be lucky to get out of that group. We won all 6 games. Atletico Madrid twice. Inter Milan twice. Yeah? You know, Man City only just beat Atletico Madrid 1-0 over 2 legs. 1-0 in the first leg and 0-0 in the second leg. We smacked them about the pitch in 2 games. Help this make sense, people. Someone tell me. Then we got Inter Milan, the Italian champions in the last 16. I remember rivals. I've seen it everywhere. People on the radio, TV, YouTube. Rivals going, Inter Milan Liverpool's going to be a tricky game for Liverpool. Liverpool shouldn't be too overconfident. They're the Italian champions after all. They're the Italian champions. Don't be too overconfident. Beat them! Beat them! Beat them in their own garden, for goodness sake. But no, it's still not good enough. Still not good enough. Then we'll beat Benfica. Okay, fair enough. Villarreal are the current holders of the Europa League. And guess who they beat in the final? Manchester United, the same fan base, who are going, well, this is an easy route to the final. We're literally playing the team in the semi-final who hold the cup. Who beat you in that final last season. Oh, make it make sense, people. The hatred for Liverpool is weird. People are just mental, I'm telling you. Make it make sense. Man City players injured. Yeah, De Bruyne and Walker won't play the weekend. Massive miss for them. Liverpool got going for the Premier League title. Do you watch Sky Sports and there and then, my man, there and then? But someone needs to help me make sense of this, guys, because it don't make sense to me. I don't get it. The Chelsea loving for everybody is a mad one. I don't get it. I don't get Chelsea fans keep going, we're the most hated club in England and all that because of what's happened with Roman. No, you're not. Everyone loves you. Everyone loves you. You bottled a 3-0 lead at the Bernabeu after having almost 30 fucking shots And the media still praise you like you are. Weren't they good? Oh, weren't they good? They really tried. They really tried. Liverpool changed 7 players and they scraped through. Fucking stupid. Someone make it make sense. 57% possession of Chelsea, 43 to Real Madrid. That's what I'm telling you. Chelsea battered Real Madrid. They should have gone to the semi-finals, but they bottled it. 746 passes, or far more than the 581 of Real Madrid. Better pass accuracy. Committed a lot of fouls, yellow cards. They had 10 corners of Real Madrid won. They completely dominated Real Madrid in their own backyard. They dominated them. But at the end of the day, they bottled it. It's as simple as that. Timo Werner put them 3-0 up with 15 minutes to go, guys. 15 minutes to go. They were 3-0 up. That's a bottle job. That's throwing it away. That's fucking it up. Don't care what anyone says. Does my head in. Rodrigo then scored in the 80th minute through the pass of the competition so far from Modric outside his right foot. A thing of flaming beauty. Rodrigo puts it in the 80th minute. We've still got 10 minutes to play. Chelsea are 3-1 up. It's 4-4 on aggregate. Can Chelsea get another goal? Can they push it to not go to extra time? No. So it went to extra time. And guess what? You can't keep him quiet. The best number 9 in world football at this moment in time, Karim Benzema, in the 96th minute, gets the second goal in extra time. And Real Madrid see it out in the last 30 minutes of extra time to lose the match 3-2, but to lose the game 3-2, but win the tie 5-4 on aggregate. Chelsea threw it away. Chelsea bottled it. But for everybody else, they're heroes, and what an opportunity, what a chance they did, and it'll be them next season. This is what I'm getting now as well. Oh, Chelsea show so much heart against Real Madrid. They're going to really compete with Man City and Liverpool next season in the Premier League. How's that proof? How is that proof that you're going to compete with Liverpool and Man City next season? Please, someone tell me, because I don't understand it. How is that proof? Liverpool changed 7 players and still get through and go to the semi-finals. What team? How many teams can you actually remember, guys, changing 7 players in the team? Changing 7 players. That's how good the squad is at Liverpool at the moment. Yes, it was 3-3 in the game and there was some shit up. We didn't defend very well, but still 3 goals. We dominated Benfica for the 90 minutes. We just didn't see the 3 goals. But it went through 6-4 in aggregate. But we got lucky. But Chelsea are heroes because they were 3-0 up and then bottled it for the last 15 minutes. Someone make sense. Someone help me. John Conway, I agree with everything you say, Jamie. Thank you. Really tried but losing the game. Yeah, exactly. They really tried but lost the game. Makes my head explode. No, Savage in the house. Fuck Chelsea. Burn the bridge. Fuck City. Fuck Mings. I absolutely love Savage that he hates Tylo Mings. I've never read any. I think Savage hates Tylo Mings more than his own mother does. I mean, only Tylo Mings' mother hates him more than Savage does. How are you, Jay? Good. I hope we're in the semi-final, so I'm happy. The next 8 weeks could be more exciting. You never walk alone. Exactly. Captain Sal, how are you, fella? I hope you're doing well. All Chelsea did was bottle it, like you said. Yeah, exactly. Threw it away. Yeah, Liverpool did rebuild 70. Yes, we've been on the rebuild. And that's like a thing like Captain Sal says there. Welcome to the channel, Sal. I don't know if that's a different name. You've been here before, but I don't think I've seen you before. I hope you're doing well. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because ranting is my favourite thing. So if you like this sort of thing, please. But like you said there, they bottled it. Can you imagine if that was Liverpool? I mean, Liverpool got through and won and got to a semi-final of the Champions League, yeah? Can you imagine if that was Liverpool that were 3-0 up at the Bernabeu and we blew it away in the last 15 minutes? I mean, it'd go mental, wouldn't it? The internet would break. But Chelsea, no, they're good old Chelsea. They tried. I feel bad for them because what's happened with Roman. Oh, that's all good. Yeah. Fuck off. Do me head in. Welcome, Captain Sal. Appreciate you coming in, mate. I do, really do. Really do. But yeah, Chelsea. They are out of Europe at the quarter-final stage. And don't forget, guys, they are the defending European champions. And they bottled a 3-0 lead with 15 minutes to go. But they're heroes in everyone else's eyes. They're out of Europe. Real Madrid go on. They will face Manchester City. Now, that is going to be a great game of football. A fantastic game of football. Obviously, Manchester City had Atletico Madrid last night. Right. So this game was nuts. I don't know if anyone saw the Real Madrid Atletico Madrid game. But my word, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Man City Atletico Madrid. Absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like it. So we all know how Atletico Madrid play. We all know how Atletico Madrid play. Especially Liverpool fans. We played them twice this season already. Beat them both times, by the way. Dispatched them. And obviously, a couple of seasons before that, they did the old shit assery on us, didn't they? So we know how they play. Man City, look, in the first leg, should have, Atletico Madrid did. They played 5-5-0. They didn't even have a shot. Griezmann and João Felix were right and left fullback. It was crazy. It's crazy. But that's how Simeone plays. And Simeone's had success with this. This is another thing. I hate football snobbery. Now, with Atletico Madrid, would I sit there and watch an Atletico Madrid game? No, because it's not entertaining to me, because that's not the kind of football I like. But I'm not going to have a go at them playing that style of football, because at the end of the day, Simeone has won 2 league titles and 3 Spanish Cups playing that way. So what right has anyone got to say that he should play a completely different way of football? Don't forget, he's competing at the time with prime Real Madrid and prime Barcelona, not what they are now, but prime Real Madrid and prime Barcelona. He was competing with them, and he managed to win two league titles, which I think is amazing, and three domestic cups, and he got to a Champions League final against Real Madrid a few years ago, playing this style of football. It's how they play. But now everyone's like, because it was Manchester City they were playing, everyone else's favourite club, they were basically saying, oh, this is wrong. This is disgusting. You can't play like this. This is anti-football. Why is it anti-football? Because they did it at Manchester City. It's anti-football. Because a Manchester City pure football. And it's like dark side and light side, is it? So what, Atletico Madrid and Simeone are Siths, and Man City are Jedis. Is that what you're telling me? So you can't be horrible, Manchester City. Don't play anti-football against Manchester City. We all get angry. Does my head in. Another thing that does me head in. Leave Atletico Madrid alone. They play their way. Simeone plays his way. He's been successful at it. In fact, he's been as successful as Atletico Madrid manager in the league he is against prime Real Madrid and Barcelona as Pep Guardiola has been at Manchester City. They got to the same number of Champions League finals. Yeah? So why don't we just leave Atletico Madrid to play their way? And Phil Foden, I'm going to get to this right now. Phil Foden, look, he's got a face you want to slap anyway, ain't he? And like that constantly. Bloody Phil Foden. Rolls around on the floor like my wife just sitting with the yellow pages. Right? Rolling around everywhere. Absolutely all over the shop, yeah? When Neymar does that, everyone comes out and goes, oh, Neymar's rolling around everywhere. He rolled... Foden rolled from the pitch to off the pitch. He did about 7 rolls, yeah? When Neymar does that, oh, that's disgraceful. That's bad, that is. That's anti-football. That's not sportsmanlike. Foden done it, and the commentators were like, oh, someone go and check on Foden. Please, someone go and check on him, make sure he's all right. He looks in exhausting pain. He looks in amazing pain. He got up like 2 seconds later. I mean, it's the biasness. The biasness does my head in. The biasness does my head in. And, Foden, he's just, I can't stand him. He's a tremendous footballer. Tremendous footballer. My God, if you saw him in real life. Phil Foden like that. Jesus Christ. And then Savage giving it a Grealish because they hate each other. I don't know what that was about. From the first leg, Grealish and Savage, they didn't get on. And then Savage tried to take his hair. That was hilarious. I mean, I found it funny. Just grabbing the back of his hair like a bitch. I mean, what man pulls another man's hair? Do you know what I mean? If I'm getting in a fight, I ain't going to pull another man's hair. Like, come over here. Let me pull your hair. The two girls going at it. It's ridiculous. And then all the media and the press after, and the pundits after the game. Rio Ferdinand. Oh, that's disgraceful. You never saw it in my day. Bollocks did we never saw it in your day, mate. I witnessed Roy Keane try and end the life of Alf-Inge Haaland when he played for Manchester City. That was worse. Oh, we never saw that in my day. Yeah, in my day, no. We're more sportsmanlike. This is disgraceful. Oh, was it, Rio? Because the Manchester derby, when Roy Keane purposely went out to end the life of Alf-Inge Haaland when he was playing against Manchester City, that weren't as bad, no? As pulling a little bit of hair at the back of Grealish's head. That weren't as bad, was it? Fuck off. Oh, it does my head in. All this. We all forget what happened yesterday. We only remember today, don't we? We only remember today. Can't stand it. Can't stand Rio Ferdinand either. What a plum. It did happen my day. Yes, it did, Rio. And a lot worse, Rio. Jesus Christ, man. Did you not watch football in the 80s and 90s? It's fucking violent as hell. What you on about? Oh. Let me get some of your comments. I need to take a breath. Bye-bye, Chelsea. Yes, exactly. Savage putting Grealish there. Yeah, like a bitch. I mean, who pulls there? But it weren't the worst thing. I mean, it was a little pull in the back of his head. It weren't you just break it out and get on with it. You know what I mean? It weren't Foden being aimed by ATMDs. Tell me about it. I watched Foden roll back on the pitch to waste time, and then Savage pulled him off. I know that was brilliant, wasn't it? City are dirty on the low. Foden is a punk, couldn't back his team or his mum's shambles. Oh man, the Foden and his mum stuff when she got in that geezer's face and he chinned her. You shouldn't hit women. No, not at all. Never do that. But Jesus Christ. They're all cut from the same cloth, ain't they? But yeah, that was hilarious. I mean, Foden rolled off the pitch and then rolled back onto the pitch. And Savage is like, hang on, no. You're coming back off the pitch. And this is what does my head in, right? Me and Savage spoke about this the other day. Manchester City do the dark arts in football better than anybody else, yeah? They always do the dirty little fouls when people are on counter attacks and all that and getting away from people. They always pull shirts and kick them in the legs all the time. City do it all the time. City do the dirty arts as much as Atletico Madrid do all the time. Watch every Man City game. Fernandinho fouls the shit out of everybody and never gets booked, ever. City do it all the time. Like City waste time all the time. City do all the dirty tricks. Every match City play, they do dirty tricks, the dark arts, as they call it. But Atletico Madrid do it, and it's disgusting. Oh, go away. No one was saying that when they played us the last 2 years. No, exactly. When Atletico Madrid played Liverpool, no one was like, oh, that's dirty. That's, In fact, I remember it. You know, what was it, a couple of years ago when we played them in the knockout stages, the last 16 or quarterfinals, wasn't it? And it was it a draw in the first leg or something like that, or it was 1-0 them, and Klopp was saying that, Atletico Madrid, it's fucking horrible. They kicked us off the pitch, they played anti-football and all that sort of stuff. And the pundits that day were going, well, Klopp's just got to get on with it and find enough way of beating them. But they do it, the good old Man City, everyone's favourites, little Manchester City, little old Manchester City. Yeah, poor Manchester City. It's all of a sudden disgusting and horrible. Nah, piss off. Salma, man. Sean. Pep refused to answer the questions after. Why? Just answer them. It wasn't that bad. It weren't like bloody Savage got him in full mount and put him in an armbar or something like that, is it? Jesus Christ. Just answer it after and go, yeah, Savage was a little bitch for pulling Grealish's hair. And the thing in the tunnel after, when someone, was it Felipe, tried to do a headbutt from 8 feet away? Did everyone see that? It was like that, wasn't it? Let me take my headphones off. Hang on. It was like that. It was like Felipe was it. Like Felipe was it. I'm Felipe, and the Man City player he's having an argument with, I don't know who it was about 8 feet away, and he went like that to try and headbutt him. It was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Just go in the cut, just answer it and go, yeah. I think Felipe's got a bit of a screw loose. Yeah, just answer it. It's not actually that bad. He rolled off and then back onto the pitch. Oh no, little bitch that he is. Little bitch that he is. Yeah, the fight continued in the tunnel, like I just said, with the headbutt. Felipe trying to headbutt from 8 feet away. I don't know who was trying to even headbutt. I don't even know what Man City player it was. But he was literally about 8 feet away. And have that, son. You try me. Come on. It's like your version. You know when you get your mate to hold you back, but he's not really holding you back? That's what it was like. That's what it was like. We're having dinner and go back to England. Is that what he said? Oh, it was just... it does my head in. It really does. Fede, RJ, do you think you'll win the quadruple? I hope we do. I mean, if we did, I won't hear from a single Man United fan for the rest of my life. I know that. That would be amazing. Like any Man United fan, because they all go on about the treble. 1999, we did the real treble. You did the Mickey Mouse treble back in 2000. And like, if we won the quadruple, I will never hear from a Man United fan again in the rest of my life. Or they'll try and make something up. Oh, the league is not as strong as it used to be back in the 90s when we had Derby County and Stoke City in it. Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah, of course, yeah. That's what we're getting next. That's what we're getting next if we did it. Not hearing Man United fans isn't a bad thing. Oh, yeah, exactly. There's some decent ones like Realist and stuff like that, and Brush and things like that. They're quality ones, but some... I can't believe we live in a world where people actually think that last night was serious. Oh, no. Thank you, Savage. Thank you, my man. No one ever played Sunday League football with scrap on the pitch, hands after the game, buy them a drink. Yeah, exactly. Man, if everyone listened to Coppish, a year ago when I told my story, I pulled a bloke's ear off when we played Sunday League football. I don't know if anyone heard that on Coppish. I told my story about a year ago. At this time last year, I think it was. I told my story about it because they wanted to know it. So, yeah, I pulled a bloke's ear off playing Sunday League football. And then I went to the hospital with him and we had a beer after. Nothing, no problem. I didn't pull no hair. I pulled an ear off. That's what I did. But, yeah, it's just stupid. And what gets on my nerves as well about this as well, guys, is that you got Ferdinand sitting there, Rio Ferdinand, the pundit, and I think Rio Ferdinand can be a decent pundit at times, but he's sitting there with his chest saying, oh, you never saw that back in my day, it's disgraceful behaviour. Literally, in his day, Roy Keane just tried to end the life of Alf-Inge Haaland. Actually, I don't think Alf-Inge Haaland ever played football again after what Roy Keane did to him. And Roy Keane writes it in his book, in his autobiography, I deliberately went there to end his career. And he did. But apparently that ain't as bad as Grealish getting his hair pulled at the back of his head and a man trying to headbutt another man that's 8 feet away. You know what I mean? But I agree with the Atletico Madrid players. I saw the Atletico Madrid players press conference after. And I agree with the Atletico Madrid players, especially Oblak. Especially John Oblak when he said that the Manchester City players were time wasting constantly, play acting constantly, and rolling around on the floor constantly. That's Man City. I watched the game back earlier, and Manchester City players were all Manchester City players were wasting time, play acting, and rolling around on the floor. But no one says anything because it's good old Manchester City. They're allowed to do it, and Phil Foden's English. So if you're English, you get a pass. By the way, I don't know if people know that. So if you're English or British, whatever you want to be, whether we say English or British, if you do all this stuff, you get a pass. It's like when Harry Kane does it, ain't it? He don't do it no more. I think he stopped doing it now because he knows it was dangerous. But when players used to jump right up in the air, and instead of jumping up with them, he'd just back right into them and they'd land on their head. Everyone, that was dangerous. And a few people did have the guts to come out and say, You know, I think Gary Neville said it, to be fair. He said he can't keep doing that because that is dangerous play to go break someone's neck. But a lot of other people are like, a lot of other pundits and media are like, oh, no, that's real. There's nothing, Harry Kane's doing nothing wrong. That's good play. He's backing into a player. You can't back into a player when he's 8 feet in the air. Because he's English, he gets away with it. I hate that. I hate the fact that English players get away with stuff. I heard that, Jamie. Yeah, yeah, you probably did. I stand out when Rio talks, to be fair. I heard the story and you brought him a drink after. Like this is a man's game of contact sport. Shit happens. These guys are so soft. You have to go back to the mansion in the Lambo. Bloody so be it. I know, it's just stupid, ain't it? I mean, I've looked back on the game. I don't think it was anything that bad. Don't think it was. I look, for me, Man City were doing the worst. They were time wasting constantly. They were play acting constantly and rolling around on the floor constantly. And I think Atletico Madrid players and Simeone just had enough. They just had enough and decided to unleash violence. That's what they did. You know, you get that one kid in school, when you're as a kid in school, he'd be all hard in your face because his mates are much bigger than you and much bigger than him. And he'd be all hard in your face. He'd be all hard in your face, wouldn't he? Trying to take you on and all that. You get it at work as well sometimes. He's like, yeah, I'll fucking knock you out if he's on your own and all that. And then the day you meet him when he's on his own, he doesn't even look at you in the eye because he knows you're going to beat the absolute shit out of him. That's Manchester City. That's Man City. They're all hard when it's them. When Atletico Madrid decided to go, you know what, we're going to roll our sleeves up now and show you what we fucking mean by violence. And then bring it onto them. They're like, oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, Foden's like, oh, my God, it's too hot. Oh, fuck them. Can't be having it. Can't be having it. Rooney, changing boots. Yeah, exactly, Daffy. Rooney, in his book, admits to changing his studs so he could break John Terry's leg. Why has this not actually gone to police yet? Why has the police actually not got involved in that? He's written it down in a book to admitting criminal assault, right? He's changed his boots on purpose to have different studs to break John Terry's leg. And when they were talking about this on Sky Sports last week, I think it was last week or the week before, they were talking about this on Sky Sports and laughing about it. Oh, ain't that funny? Oh, Wayne, what a character. When he was on Monday Night Football, wasn't it? Oh, Wayne, you're such a character. Oh, that's so funny. No, it ain't. The man changed his boots to break another man's leg. What world is that funny? But I can tell you right now, Suarez went, do you know what? I'm going to get my teeth sharpened tomorrow because I'm not quite getting the bite radius I used to. I want to sink them teeth right into the skin this time. So next time I see John Terry, I'm going to sharpen these teeth up a little bit and I'm going to sink them right into his fucking neck. Right? He wrote that in his book. Everyone be right. Ban Suarez from all football. My teeth come out. Ban Suarez from all football, all sports. Don't actually let him leave his house ever again. Right? But Wayne Rooney is Mr. England. Can say, I changed my boots on purpose to break another man's leg. And they laugh about it. Wayne, you're such a character. Oh, you're a joy, Wayne. We love you, Wayne. Oh, this is so funny. You're doing a great job at Derby. By the way, you look 65 years old and you're only 34. What's the matter with you? Fucking hell. Rio Day. Keane, Danny Mills, Bowyer, Vinnie Jones, Costa, Suarez, Van Bommel, Barton, Sam, Terry. Okay, Rio, not in your day. Exactly, Savage. Exactly, my man. It's just bullshit, ain't it? I bet rugby players look at last night and laugh. Yeah, exactly. Because they do that to themselves in the changing room, more than likely. Imagine the England rugby team. They're watching that thinking, do you know what? I did that to my mate just getting changed before the Ireland game last week. What's going on? Love that. I saw that on Monday Night Football. Exactly. I mean, I don't get how... Look, I'm English, but I don't like being English sometimes, I've got to admit. And... This is why it's very hard for me to support the English national team sometimes. Because I look at it sometimes. I like to be fair and impartial in everything I do. I hate hypocrites. But being a hypocrite is the worst thing to me. I can't stand hypocrites. I can't stand it. And I can't sit there and go, love Foden at the World Cup for rolling around all across the pitch and faking injuries and time wasting like he did last night. And then, a foreign player does it and we're like, boo, bad sportsmanship. That's bad. Book him, send him off. I can't be doing that. All I saw last night is that Atletico Madrid, I don't think were that dirty last night until they had enough of Manchester City doing it. Personally, for me, I think Manchester City were the dirtier team last night. I'll say it right now. They time wasted. They play acted. They're rolling around on the ground. And for me, Atletico Madrid had enough. And they decided to take it out on everyone. They zoomed in on Kyle Walker and went, we're taking you out first. And then they found Foden and gave him the biggest kick up the fucking arse you've ever seen. And then, can't stand it. Gary and Ash, you're right. Jamie Rio's for the shite. The media going on about Salah dive when England players. Yes, thank you, Aaron. When England players were doing it all Euros and nothing was said. Sick of it. Exactly, my man. This is what I can't stand. Hypocrites, man. I can't stand hypocrisy. I really can't stand hypocrisy. It does my head in. How many times has Salah actually dived this season? Do you know how many times Salah now stays on his feet? Salah stays on his feet all the time. It's bloody hard to get him down to the floor for anything. And then you see Harry Kane dives. I can't stand Harry Kane as the person. I think he's the biggest prick going. But as a footballer, he's an absolute great player. But as a person, he's a knob. He dives all the time. All the time. Backs into players when they're 8 feet in the air and they land on their head and almost break their neck. And they're like, oh, it's very good play. I think, weren't there a bit... Salah got fouled, in the box. I can't remember who it was. It was the other week. I can't remember who we were playing. Salah got fouled in the box. He actually got his ankles clipped. Now, he went to ground. Right? Harry Kane does the same thing. Salah didn't get a penalty. And Simon Jordan on TalkSport the following day said he was a dive. I'm sick of Salah diving, Kane does it. It's good. It's called. This is what I hate, guys. I hate this the most. I bet you guys hate this as well. When Harry Kane or anyone English does it, it's good. It's called good sportsmanship. It's called like good play, good attacking play by the attacker. Feel contact go down. But when a foreigner does it, it's disgusting. That's a dive. We've got to stamp this out of our game. It's breeding into our game. Do you remember when diving started to happen? We blamed all the foreigners for it. When the Italians come over, the Spanish come over, the Germans come over. Oh, they're ruining our game with all this diving lark. And the most players I see dive in the Premier League now are English and British players. I'll say it right now. The English and British players, for me, dive more than the foreign players right now. And they called it good attacking play. That's good play. He made him touch him and he went over. And I was like, it's like Jota's penalty against Crystal Palace. Yeah, I said it on the show. It wasn't a penalty. Jota knew what he was doing. He went into the goalkeeper and fell over. Yeah, I won't be hypocritical, right? They all slagged Jota off for it. Yeah, they all slagged Jota off for it. Discussing by Jota, he changed his direction and went to the goalkeeper. When a Harry Kane does it, or another English attacker of any quality does it, it's called good play. Well played. That's good stuff. Get the penalty for your team. But when Johnny Foreigner does it, it's called bad play and unsportsmanship. This is why I can't get into the England team anymore, the England national side anymore. Because I don't like hypocrisy and I feel like a hypocrite if I'm sitting there cheering that on for England. I just can't get on with it anymore. Tom is in house. Big up, Jamie. I'm not surprised if City are applying the dark arts this weekend, just because if they play their usual football against us, they'll get rinsed before half time. Yeah, exactly. Rio forgets Cantona at Selhurst Park. Yeah, Eric Cantona literally kicked a fan in. Right. That fan, I think the story is that fan was giving him abuse all match and he was using racist words or stuff like that against Eric Cantona, and he had enough. Yeah, but you don't fly kick the man in the chest. Do you know what I mean? He literally kung fu kicked him in the chest, and you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. And he got an 8-month ban for it. But Rio's never seen anything like that. Remember, He pulled the back of Grealish's hair, and Rio thought that was disgusting. Kane is the biggest diver of them. Oh, he certainly is. He certainly is. Sterling is the best diving player. I remember the semi-finals of Euros against Denmark. Yeah, there you go. That probably won a penalty against Denmark, and it was a dive, but he got the penalty. Because Simon Jordan treats foreigners different. I can see right through him. Yeah, exactly, my man. I agree. Captain Sal, it's called smart play by the pundits. That's right. Exactly. So when Salah does it, it's called a dive and a cheat, and that's bad. And when Jota did it against Crystal Palace, it was called a cheat and a bad person and all that. But when Harry Kane or Sterling or someone else does it, it's called smart play. It does me here. Shearer is a prime example of double standards. Oh, yeah. Shearer with his elbows up here. Boosh, 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 boosh. You know, breaking noses left, right, and centre. British bias it's embarrassing. We ain't no different to the other countries, and pundits don't help when people get pens. They say it's definitely a pen. There was contact. Well, no shit, it's a contact sport. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're all the same. We all play football the same way. British and English footballers, British and English footballers use the dark arts and the diving and stuff like that, the same as foreign players do. But why is it good if we do it and bad if they do it? Makes no sense to me. That's why I can't get behind the England national team, guys. That's why I'm a club man. That's why it's Liverpool for me over England every single day of the week, guys. Always will be. Always will be. Always will be my club over the national side. And anyone who plays for my club, I will always give them my 100% to. Don't matter who they are. Yeah, I dived against Argentina when we won 1-0, wasn't it? It was actually when it Pochettino. It was again Pochettino for Argentina. Sort of hardly made any contact whatsoever on Michael Owen, and Michael Owen went down like Rooney on an old woman. But yeah, I've gone on a bit of a rant there, ain't I? Sorry about that, guys, but I needed to get the rant out. I'm only on Atletico Man City. But I needed desperately to get that rant out. Sooner Liverpool win a throw-in and England win the World Cup. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I think they asked Jason Cundy on Talk Sport got asked that question, didn't he? They said, would you rather Chelsea won the Champions League or England won the World Cup? And he said Chelsea win the Champions League. And I completely understood what he meant. Because as soon as England have won the World Cup, that's it. They put the trophy in Wembley in the cabinet and all that. We'll have a celebration the next day. But then it's forgotten about, ain't it? It's forgotten about till the next internationals. Where with your club, they win the trophy, they put it in the cabinet, you go and see that trophy at the club on the stadium tours. And then the next day, you got another Liverpool game again, ain't you? Like a few days later, Liverpool playing again. It's completely and utterly different. It's completely different. Yeah, you go Kane 2-footer and Robbo gets away with it. And Robbo the same challenge, red card. Exactly, Gary. Exactly. Another good one. Kane 2-footing Robbo in that Liverpool-Tottenham game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And didn't even get booked. VAR looked at it and said there weren't enough reasonable doubt or something like that. Bollocks, that means. And then Robbo does the same thing, kicks up, doesn't make any contact, and they're like, oh, he's got to go, sending off. It makes no sense. Makes no sense, guys. It really doesn't. So Manchester City will go to the semi-finals after my rant there, guys. Manchester City will go to the semi-finals to face Real Madrid. And what's going to be? That'll be a great game because I can tell you right now, Real Madrid won't take Man City's dark arts softly either. And I don't know if Man City can keep Real Madrid quiet for 2 games. I just don't know if you can keep Benzema and Vinicius Jr. that quiet for 2 games. I'd say Man City will go through, but it's a hard draw. It's a hard draw. And like I said at the beginning of the season, guys, I said it in August. Go back to my videos in August. I said it'd be a Liverpool and Manchester City Champions League final, and that's what it's looking like. I would prefer Real Madrid in the final. Don't get me wrong, because Man City are better than Real Madrid, and a one-off game, Jesus Christ, I'd rather Real Madrid. I think we can keep Real Madrid at bay and score against them in a one-off game. But Man City, keeping Man City quiet in a one-off game would be extremely difficult. So, but I do think that'll be the final, guys. Liverpool versus. We can't take Villarreal. We've got to take Villarreal as serious as if it was playing Bayern Munich in the semi-final. You know, you've got to have that head thing going into the game. Think it's Bayern Munich. Take it seriously as that. And we should absolutely batter Villarreal. Don't get me wrong. Villarreal, decent side. They're current holders of Europa League. But we should batter them. Let's be truthful about it. And then Man City and Real Madrid is more of a toss-up game. It's going to be a harder game. That's why I keep saying to everyone, the league title is not over yet. Manchester City have just had two really difficult games against Liverpool on Sunday and against Atletico Madrid yesterday, where I don't think we got out of first gear against Benfica yesterday, or second gear. I think we had gears to go up with, guys. I thought, you know, we went through. We were walking around, really. I don't see it. None of our players really ran yesterday. We're basically walking and strolling around. That's why we conceded 3 goals. So, and then I cup final on Saturday's going mad, because I don't know about you guys. I don't see Man City playing the same team for 3 matches in a row. But Liverpool can play their strongest possible team, because we made 7 changes last night. So we can play a proper strong team on Saturday. Well, I don't think Man City can afford to play a proper strong team, because they can't do that for 3 games, because after the hour mark, their legs will be gone. They'll be shattered. And there's no De Bruyne and Kyle Walker at this moment in time, by the look of it. Both Kyle Walker and De Bruyne look like they're injured. And the news coming out, what I've read today, is they might not make the weekend, which for us would be great news, because especially De Bruyne being out. And I think we dispatched it in the cup semi-final. I really do. Ravi in the house. Bobby's a bad boy, such a player. I love Bobby Firmino. Man, I love Bobby Firmino. If we could clone footballers, I would clone Bobby Firmino and get a younger version. Can you imagine having a younger version of Bobby Firmino right now? Oh, my God. Love the kid. I absolutely love him. I don't want him to leave. I want him to retire at Liverpool. Absolutely love Bobby. Refs are definitely consent. Like and subscribe, as Ravi says, guys. If you haven't subscribed and you like this sort of stuff, please thinking about subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget, if you like my good old-fashioned ranting, I do like a rant. If you like the rants, please subscribe. I am 98 subscribers from my goal. If I get to 500 subscribers by the end of this month, it's 14th of April right now, if I can manage to get 98 more subscribers by the end of this month, I will do the Spicy Gummy Bear Challenge live on air, guys. The Spicy Gummy Bear Challenge live on air just for you guys. And once I get to 1,000 subscribers, if you can get me to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to dye my hair red live on the channel as well. My wife will dye my hair for me nice and bright red, Liverpool red, on the channel, and I won't wash it out or keep it in my hair till it comes out naturally. That's my promise to you. So if you know the goals, 500 and 1,000 goals, guys. So if you're not subbed to me, guys, sub to me now. If you've already subbed to me, share my channel out on your socials, guys. Tell your friends, get them over, come and sub to the channel, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Tom, he just watched the ESPN FC, and there's a question of who would you rather have, Ken De Bruyne or Modric? Ooh, that's a dirty question. That's a dirty question. Kevin De Bruyne right now, because he's younger. I'd have Kevin De Bruyne because he's quicker. But Modric is like 35 and still going. But I don't think Modric will be able to do this in the Premier League. I think De Bruyne is the best midfielder in the world at this moment in time. So I'd have De Bruyne, but Modric ain't far off, man. I think we have to start talking about Modric up there with Iniesta and Xavi. I really do. I think we have to start talking about Modric up there with Iniesta and Xavi for his longevity as well, still doing it. There goes the Barcelona tactical by Pep against Madrid for sure. Yeah. That's true. Jamrock in the house. How you, my friend? Big up, Jamie. How you, my fella? Hope you're doing well. I used to love Mohammed in the house. I used to love 2017, 2018 Ox. So did we all, my friend. So did we all. So did we all, Mohammed. I used to love Ox back then. I still like Ox now. It's just that he's got a bit of an attitude problem, ain't he? Red hair by Jamie. That's man. I'm telling you, if I get to 1,000 subscribers, my wife is going to dye my hair live on air. So I'll be taking questions from you guys, chatting away to you guys while she dyes my hair as red as this Liverpool top. I'll do it for you guys because you guys are fantastic. You guys are the ones who tune in to me no matter what time I'm on. Show your love all the time with support, like, subscribe. And I love you guys. So without you guys, I'm nothing. So I want to show my appreciation to you, making fun content. And I think that would be fun content. I think that would be something fun to do. The 500 subscribers, I need 98 more to get to 500. And then I'll be doing the spicy gummy bear challenge live on air the following day, probably, or whenever it comes through the post. Because I'm going to get the American one, which is a little bit hotter. And you'll probably see me pass out live on YouTube. So that'll be, that might go viral. And then the 1,000 would be the hair dye. So guys, that's what I want. That's my goal. You know my goals, guys. So if you can help me achieve that goal, I'll be really appreciated. Jamrock at Jane Phillips Football Chat. Doing awesome, man. Working on watching you. Thank you, Jamrock. I appreciate it, my fella. Question. Where do you like where do the likes of Morton, Elliott and Joe fit into our squad? Jones, I think you meant there. Yeah, Jones. I think if Elliott never got the injury, he'd be in that midfield three consistently. I think the injury just set Harvey Elliott back because you got to remember at the beginning of the season, everyone was fit, and I think it was just Thiago wasn't fit at the beginning of the season. Harvey Elliott played, and then in the third game of the season, we played Chelsea in the biggest game so far, and Harvey Elliott, if I remember, started over Jordan Henderson for that game. Yeah, I think Harvey Elliott started over Jordan Henderson for that game, if I remember rightly. Klopp loves him. I love him. The young prince. He's a fantastic footballer. And I think if it weren't for the injuries, Ravi, I think he'd be playing now. I really do. But because that injury was so bad, I think we forget how bad that injury is. Because he's young and he's come back really quickly, that injury was horrible. I mean, he dislocated. I mean, remember Salah's reaction? He dislocated his ankle and fractured it as well at the same time and tore a ligament next to the ankle. So that's a horrible, horrible injury. And you can tell when he came back, he weren't going into challenges. He's very wary of going into challenges. It's very hard mentally to make, your foot's healed, your ankle's healed. It's probably stronger than it's ever been. But mentally, you're always like, I don't want to get it hurt again. So once you got over that mental block, you'll be absolutely fine. And I think Klopp's just going to leave him now until next season. He's going to give him pre-season, a good pre-season. There's no football this summer, so that the boys can have a proper good pre-season. And then I expect to see Harvey Elliott playing a lot of football next season. Curtis Jones might find it hard, especially if we do buy a midfielder, because we're looking into midfielders now, apparently. And if we get a midfielder in, it's going to be hard for Curtis to play football. And we all know that Curtis, with Jurgen Klopp, he likes young players to be playing football. He don't like them sitting around waiting for their chance. He likes them playing football when they're young, so he might loan Curtis Jones out. Who was the other one you said? Morton. Yeah, Morton needs to go on loan. Morton needs to go to the Championship. I'd loan Morton out to the Championship. He needs to bulk up a little bit, get him play men's football every single week to build his strength up, because he's too good for the under-23. So he needs to go and play men's football in the Championship for me. Nature Boy, Ox, kindly leave the club. I love. Please tell me you saw his face when we scored. Yes, say it again. He can't hold a candle to his Mrs. Bigger performer. I mean, Ox. Look, the Ox is done out here, ain't he? The Ox is done out here. He's just a sulky little bitch at the moment, ain't he? And yeah. Perry. She it Perry, her name? Is that right? Yeah, she outperforms him big time, don't she? Which is a little embarrassing. So we've done Atletico City. Right, and the last game, guys. Bayern Munich, Villarreal. Right, who saw this coming? Who actually saw this coming? Yeah. Bayern Munich, Villarreal, 1 apiece. I didn't see this. I thought Bayern Munich would dispatch Villarreal. I know Villarreal have been decent in the Champions League this season. I think they knocked Juventus out, didn't they, in the last 16? Was it 3-0 or something like that? I believe it was. They're a good team. They play a very low block. They play 4-4-2. You know, they're the holders of the Europa League at the moment. They're the only holders of a European club. They're the only holders of a European Cup still in Europe. Sorry, Chelsea, but it's true. So they are going to be hard opposition. But beating Bayern, I just didn't see it. Bayern Munich, with Nagelsmann in charge, they're not the same Bayern Munich. They're struggling this season. I mean, at the end of the day, Bayern Munich should be dominating their league because Borussia Dortmund are crap. You know, you take Haaland and Jude Bellingham out of that Borussia Dortmund team, and they're absolutely terrible. You know, they're nowhere near it. And Bayern Munich haven't wrapped up. I don't think Bayern Munich have wrapped up their league yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they completely wrapped it up yet. They're going to win the league, but it's still not mathematically done, I believe. And he's lost a few games this season. I think he's lost a Mönchengladbach 4-2. He lost a Bochum 4-2. You know, he's lost some weird games in the league this season, Nagelsmann. And this is a manager a lot of people want at Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp. Julian Nagelsmann. I do not want him anyway. He's a very young man. I think he's only like 37 years of age, 36 years of age. He's a very, very young man. I don't know. I don't want him at Liverpool, not for a long, long time. He's not ready. He's not ready. And you see at Bayern Munich, he changes systems a heck of a lot at Bayern Munich through the season. Sometimes they're playing 4 at the back. Sometimes they're playing 3 at the back. He's playing Leroy Sané at right wing back. I mean, makes no sense. You know, Lewandowski, he looks like he's going to Barcelona. That's the rumours at this moment in time. The rumours are that Lewandowski is going to Barcelona in the summer. I don't know if everyone's heard that. So that's probably his last ever Champions League game with Bayern Munich. So they're not the Bayern Munich they were. They got a lot of players in their squad, but a lot of their players are not the players they were at the same time as well. They're just names on paper at the moment. They're just names on paper. They're not the players they once were, and they're struggling. And Villarreal took advantage of it. Villarreal took a massive advantage of it. Let's get some of your comments. Captain Sal says that was a shock truth, to be honest. Afternoon, Joyce. How you doing? Ronaldo is not in Ten Hag's future. No way. If Ten Hag comes to Man United and it does eventually, like they do, sign, seal, and deliver it, there is no way Ten Hag's coming when Ronaldo's at Man United. Not a chance in hell. Lewandowski, yeah, oh yeah, you said it as well, Daffy. Yeah, Lewandowski going. It looks like that's going to happen. Rumours Mbappe interested on Liverpool. Look, these Mbappe Liverpool rumours. I mean, I don't go in rumours, but what I know is that Mbappe does like Liverpool. He's got a lot of time for Liverpool. Because if you listen to Mbappe talk, he likes historical clubs, don't he? Mbappe's got a thing, he likes historical clubs. That's why he's flirting with Real Madrid a lot, because Real Madrid, no one's more historical in football than Real Madrid. But he's also flirting with Liverpool, and he likes where Liverpool are at right now. You know, he knows that Liverpool are one of the best teams in Europe at this moment in time. And he's going to win a lot of stuff if he goes to Liverpool. And Jurgen Klopp as manager, it's a massive allure. We've got our allure back, guys. We've got to say this. In the 90s, in the early 2000s, even in the mid-2000s, Liverpool didn't have that allure to bring the top players into our club anymore. Now we do. I'm telling you right now, if Liverpool went to Mbappe's agents and that today and gave him the contract he wanted, you know, a decent contract fitting for him, he'd sign straight away for Liverpool Football Club because we have the allure back now. And that's thanks to do with what Jurgen Klopp's done at the team and the squad we have got. You know, it's and we're in 4 bloody competitions. You know what I mean? Can't get no better than that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's interested. I just don't think it'll ever happen because I don't think we're paying what he wants a week. He's going to want like $500,000 a week, ain't he? I just don't see us doing that. Good player, Sane. He is a good player. He's just being wasted at left wing back or whatever it is. Weird. Nature Boy back here. My William Hill can't saw it coming, to be honest. Teams to score, draw 9-1, £20. Thank you very much. And Nagelsmann is good, but Bayern get too comfy in games. Once they stop the goals, you have a chance. Yeah, that is the thing. Look, Nagelsmann is a good coach. There's no doubt about it. What he did with Hoffenheim and Leipzig is obviously a very good coach. I just think for elite clubs like Bayern and Liverpool and things like that, I think it might just be too early in his career. Maybe in 10 years' time, when he's done more coaching and had more experience with top-end draw elite clubs, then maybe he can come into Liverpool, be a manager. But say Klopp leaves in 2 years, it's too early for him. So same with Stevie G. I don't want to see Stevie G at Liverpool in 2 years' time either. He needs to go out and do more work. Needs to go and more work. That would be a mistake for me. I think Suarez is gone. Suarez's legs are gone. And what do I keep saying about Aston Villa, guys? They got no pace. No pace up front. And I think Suarez's days are done, guys. I really do. I think his legs are gone. That would be a mistake by Stevie. He needs quick players at Villa. He doesn't need players like Suarez. He needs pace, young, energetic, technical, gifted, fast players. Villa are the slowest team I've seen in the Premier League this season. They've got no pace anywhere in the pitch. Their defence is slow, their midfield is slow, and the forwards are slow. There's no pace in that Villa team. They need pace urgently. So Villarreal only had 4 shots in this game, 1 on target, and that's all they needed. I think they only had 6 shots in the whole of the 2 legs and 1-2-1. Because that's all Bayern Munich need. That's how they get that's all Villarreal need. Liverpool got to be careful. Liverpool got to be proper careful when we play and give them respect. Suarez as much the scumminess of Villalobos. Oh man, if you know, Savage is a brummie, so he can say that. Right, guys. Thank you for everyone joining in today. I've got to wrap this up. I've got things to do. So, guys, I won't be around this weekend. I am not about this weekend. So my next video won't be till Monday now, guys, because I'm going on holiday. Going for a week. I'm going for a weekend away with the kids. Have some fun and relaxation with the kids. And yeah, for the weekend, we haven't been away for a while, so it's going to do us all a lot of good. So there won't be no watch along from me this weekend, unfortunately, guys. No match reactions either. But I've got to have a little break. I've been doing a lot of content lately. I'm beginning to I think I do almost 2 videos every day. So I've been doing a lot of videos lately. So I need the break. So this weekend, nothing from me, guys. I'm going away, a little holiday with the kids and the family. I'm looking forward to it again tomorrow. So this will be my last video for a while, guys. So I'll be back on Monday. Monday evening, I'll be back doing a video of all the weekend's action and obviously talking about the big FA Cup games as well that are over the weekend. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Remember my goal, guys. I would really appreciate it, guys, if you could. That would help me out so much. And like the video, guys. You guys are fantastic. I couldn't do any of this without you guys. I really couldn't. Let me just show you one thing, guys, before I go. Before I wrap this up entirely, let me just show you one thing. So, guys, this is what I'm on about right here. This is what the challenge is. If we can get me to 500 subs by the end of the month. If we can get 98 subs by the end of the month. Have I got it up? There we go. That is what I'm going to buy. That right there is what I'm going to buy. The Lila Natural, the world's hottest gummy bear. So if we, I don't know why I've done this to myself. I really don't. But if I can get the 500 subs before the end of this month, we've got 15 more days. If we can do it, I will do this challenge. I will buy this gummy bear. That's the one I'm going to get. The Lila Natural, the world's hottest gummy bear. It looks horrible, don't it? It looks like a nasty little shit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, guys. That is the challenge, guys. Looking forward to it. if we can get me there. See anyone watching this back on the replay or anything, guys, that's the challenge for everybody. Help me get to 500 subs, like it says at the bottom of the screen there, scrolling past. I'd really would appreciate it. You guys have been fantastic today, as always. Love you guys, really do. Let me just finish off with some of the comments on here. Captain Sal, see you later, Sal. Sal, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, my man. I would really appreciate it. You've been excellent in the comments today. Jamie, favourite foreign players of each of the last 3 decades? 90s, 2000s, and you're going 90s, 2000 and 2010s? Or where we are now? Yeah, because we've only been 2 years in the 20s, ain't we? I love Patrick Berger when we signed him after Euro 96. Loved Patrick Berger. Cheers, Cal. Captain Sal, appreciate that, my fella. Really do. Yeah, so 90s, 2000s and the 10s. Okay, so Patrick Berger, because after Euro 96, I thought he was brilliant. And when we got him in, I loved Patrick Berger. Core 2000s. Jari Litmanen. Now, I know Jari Litmanen didn't actually produce the goods at Liverpool. I'm going to go Liverpool anyway, Savage. I'm going to go with it because it's easier for me to remember. I'm going to go Jari Litmanen as well. I love Jari Litmanen at Ajax. I always wanted him at Liverpool. He was a phenomenal player, greatest Finnish player of all time. Beautiful player. I know he didn't quite do it at Liverpool, but just having Jari Litmanen at Liverpool was just amazing to me. Absolutely amazing to me. So Patrick Berger, Jari Litmanen, and in the 2010s, even anyone that weren't at Liverpool. Let me quickly think about that. Oh, in the 2010s, that's a difficult one. I'll go Suarez. When did we buy Suarez? 2010, was it? I'll go Suarez. Go Luis Suarez, because at the time he was the best striker in world football and the most underappreciated striker in world football, Luis Suarez. If Messi, Dirk Kuyt was a great buy as well. We all talk about Messi or Ronaldo, yeah? Let me just say this before we go. We all talk about Messi or Ronaldo. Everyone go and look at Luis Suarez stats. They're absolutely ridiculous. Harry's not spoken about more, I don't know. I know it's because his racist behaviour and his biting. I can totally understand that, right? But look at the man for a footballer. He's probably the third best of his generation behind Ronaldo and Messi for me. Go and look at the man's stats. It's not just his scoring. His assist stats are ridiculous. And he outscored Ronaldo and Messi in Spain. The man was phenomenal and don't get spoken about enough. Nowhere near. Let me just read the rest of these comments before I go. Get back on the United game. Yeah. I'll be doing the United watch along on Tuesday. Don't worry about that, Daffy. Stand by for any help if you pass. Big up, Jamie. Are you worried about us conceding a lot of goals in the last 2 games? Faults? No, not really. I'm not. Because before that, we conceded, 2 in 10 games? So, just one of them things, ain't it? And when you're playing Man City especially, you got to concede goals. They're Man City. Cheers, Captain Sal. Thank you for coming in today. You've been excellent in the comments, my man. Yeah. Doesn't have to be Liverpool. What a play. Yeah, Litmanen was my favourite. You adored Dirk Kuyt. Oh, I love Dirk Kuyt. Phenomenal footballer. Absolutely phenomenal footballer. Recreated his career a bit. Was a striker, turned into a right winger. I thought he was a fantastic little player. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. So I've got to wrap this up now. I've got things to do. I will be back on Monday, guys. I appreciate all the love as always. Really do. What I might do a little vlog on the weekend I'm away and put that up in a video. So look out for that sometime next week as well. Cheers, guys. Up the Reds, semi-finals of the Champions League once again for Jurgen Klopp's boys. FA Cup semi-final the weekend, a point behind the league. The quadruple is still on, guys. Still on. Big up to every single one of you. Much love. I will see you on Monday. Peace.